This week we kicked off the fiscal year 24 Paralegal NCO Specialist of the Year competition. It takes all of our winners from the previous quarters, as well as soldiers that previously weren't at Fort Sill for any of the quarter boards. If they wanted to, they could participate. And so we have 9 total participants, 7 junior listed, 2 NCO. And on Monday, we started with the ACFT over at Backbone Field, supported by the NCOA. On Tuesday, we then did the EST range, where we went through the new tables qualification. Today, Wednesday, we went through the confidence course over on the basic training side. And then tomorrow, we will finish off with a 30-question test and then board appearance in full ASU/AGSU.
So I'm going to let him talk a little bit more on this, but from my perspective, it's just simply the soldiers and the NCOs really stepping up and taking the first step to volunteer to get in here and then just to compete. So just simply that first step is somewhat the hardest step, and that's like true in life and a lot of things that we do. But just that and all the different things, being tested on the physical, being tested on the mental, being tested on grit, being tested with your soldier skills, all that is exactly what we're looking for our soldiers and our paralegals.
And I echo the SJA. The hardest thing is just getting out there. We have a junior office. The majority of our paralegals, this is their first duty station. And they are trying to learn the dual profession, being a paralegal and then also being a soldier. Because of the TRADOC environment and a lot of soldiers, we have a lot of work on the legal side of the house, but we need to remind the soldiers that there's also that other part of the operational military that they need to understand. And the fact that they raised their hand and volunteered is the hardest part. Once you get out there, the camaraderie that you have with your battle buddies, so your left and your right, and everyone supported, that's the icing on the cake. So the fact that they're just out there. The paralegals know, even though we have new paralegals coming in, it is echoed a lot throughout the office, and we have years of experience from doing it in other installations as well.
We'll participate in the higher one, so the TRADOC will hold one, and we become the TRADOC Soldier Paralegal of the Year or the NCO of the Year. Same on the Force Com side, they have the same similar competitions. So it's a really good thing for the Corps wide, for the JAG Corps wide. Specifically, just like Master Sergeant had talked about, just simply making sure we understand we are soldiers first, and that's our touchstone, that we always go back to that operational mission side of things.
You know, being at the Fire Center of Excellence, it is very easy to put some of these things together because Fort Sill is known to do these things. And so we lean heavily on the drill sergeants and some of the other tenant units to help us, right? That, for the most part, this is a completely paralegal-driven competition that we put on. However, behind the scenes, the plans, all of the first sergeants over at the NCOA, all of them helping us out, really got us to this point. And it shows the NCO paralegals here, the responsibility it takes to be able to put on some of these events, but definitely made easier by the fact that everyone here at Fort Sill is just so eager to help.
Yeah, same thing. Echo, this is a team of teams, right? So in order to put something like this together, you have to have the whole help from various folks, not just in the JAG Corps itself. So with all that, really good, and this is a great opportunity, I think, for the paralegals this week. A common theme here is just to understand the operational mission. Things that we do here matter at Fort Sill on the fire side, on the ADA defensive side. And this competition is a way for our paralegals and for our NCOs to have a better understanding of those baseline soldier skills, what is required once we go out into the operational army. But we have operational units right here. So just all these things, it's a neat opportunity just to message internally to ourselves what Fort Sill has and what kind of soldiers we're looking to have serve here in the relation to Fort Sill.